Field, it's gone.
Oh, she got it!
No offsides this time.
Yes.
Beautiful goal. And Avery inside. Here's a shot, bounces it in. Back over. Butter able to get down, get it up. The throw in time. Good morning, everyone, and welcome into Bear River High School for some Bear River Rugby. Bear River coming to this one 3-0 on an overall record, taking on the Herriman B team, 2-0 the record there. We are joined with
Easton Harris.
Easton Harris. Thanks for coming on, and he'll help us kind of coordinate through this sport of rugby.
I'm excited. Hopefully we'll be able to teach you a little bit. If you have any questions, I guess look up something that I can't quite give you, but I'll be doing my best to give you everything that I know.
So you're saying that it's a little bit different now how they kind of organize things, that we're all broken into divisions now.
Yes, so we're broken into divisions. Back when I played high school ball a few years ago, they actually kind of had like a lump sum. All the high schools were thrown together, and then they ended up dividing it partway through to single high schools and then multi-schools or clubs. And it was tough because we had a team where we'd have 4 or 5 of us that played the year before, and the rest of the team were new to rugby, and we love to bring people in, have them play. It's a ton of fun to play. Recommend going out and trying to find a team to play on for sure. But yeah, there's a lot of teaching that has to go on. For example, this Bear River squad, they have 7 players returning. The rest of them, there's 22 players on the team, so the rest of them, they haven't played rugby before. They have a lot of learning to do. So they've broken it up now. So a lot of these new to the sport guys will end up playing each other, kind of on a different level. So that way it's you're not absolutely getting ruined in different games, because
yeah,
it's no fun to play in those.
And that's making it more fun. You know,
Oh,
it's not fun to go in and get trashed by another team by any means. So let's take a look at the standings here for the Division 4 that Bear River and Herriman are in. Kind of look like our RPI standings here for high school sports.
Yes.
And I mean, in division, we're tied at 2-0 here with Herriman. So I mean, two of the top teams here in the division.
Should be a great
this
game.
morning, yeah.
Should be a great game between them both. I know that Bear River ended up playing a team that's up a couple divisions from them for their first game, and they took care of them rather well. Did a great job against those guys.
And that's where you get the 3-0. So is it on a point system as well? Because I know soccer, you get so many points for a win and so many for a tie, and is that similar?
Yeah, so they do that in rugby. On the high school level, it's hit and miss when exactly they do that. But what they do is they end up granting an extra point if you end up scoring so many times. So they want to promote a lot of scoring in their games, and then they also want to promote a close game. So if you end up losing, you'd actually get a bonus point if you keep it within 7 points.
Huh.
So they want close games and they want scoring. So they kind of ask for that, I guess.
Well, perfect.
So right now what we're looking at is they have the captains out on the pitch, talking to the referee, kind of getting to know what he's looking for this game. Obviously, every ref will call everything slightly different. He's giving them the heretofore, I guess, exactly what he's looking for in certain rucks and scrums, and exactly what these captains should be looking for. So these captains are allowed to speak to the referee. Nobody else on the pitch is allowed to talk to him or talk back to the referee.
Throughout the whole game?
Throughout the whole game. No coaches can yell at the referee, nothing like that. So if you have a question, you talk to the captain, he takes it to the referee answers that, and you take it back to the player that asked the question. It keeps a lot of chirping down, a lot of arguing down. What the ref says goes. There's not much questioning that. Unless you're the captain, you can talk to him about it, say what you're seeing, and then move on from there.
So Herriman's going to be in the horizontal stripes, red and navy blue. Bear River black with the red sleeves.
So it looks like we're going to have Bear River to receive, and Herriman's going to kick off.
This is about kind of how the new NFL rule is going to play out for kickoffs.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of similar. I mean, instead of having so many guys deep as you do in rugby, but it'll be good for both sports because I like the way the rugby kickoff is set up.
Well, again, I'd like to thank you for your support by hopping on and watching, and thank the supporters that are bringing you this coverage. We'll be thanking them through each half. Waiting for the ref to get his laces tied up. Get this one underway. And this is a makeup game, right? This was supposed to happen earlier in the year?
Yes, this was supposed to happen earlier in the year. Spring break kind of came out of nowhere, and they changed the time of the game last second. I guess spring break didn't come out of nowhere. The time change came out of nowhere. So they moved the game originally from an early morning game to a later game around 5 o'clock. And a lot of the Herriman players weren't going to be able to make it because they were leaving right after their game on spring break trips. So they decided that they would postpone it a couple weeks and kind of shimmy around our bye week. So this is where our bye week would have been, but we ended up moving some stuff around to make it work, which is good. It should be a great game.
Yeah, I had a lot of people around town excited for this one.
Okay. Ball up, similar to football where the ball has to go 10, at least previously on the kickoff. Herriman has the ball. Strong running by their prop, number 1, Bryce.
So you advance the ball by running and pitching it back. You can also kick it forward, correct?
Correct. So this ball was taken into touch, meaning out of bounds.
On the southeast corner of the field,
so we'll have a line out. This will be Bear River line out.
And shirts for sale. Go on over and support Bear River Rugby.
And this is a little bit different. You hoist the players up.
Exactly. So they will bark in a call. The person throwing the ball will. That'll tell them where exactly they want the ball to go, and they'll lift up that guy accordingly. They'll either catch the ball and form a maul, kind of straight down, and kind of march the ball forward in a mass of players, or they will spin it out and pass it.
Herriman to stay with the possession.
Yep, Herriman steals that line out. So every time a tackle is made, they form this little pile up. It's called a ruck. And in there, they're kind of fighting for possession of the ball. So the offense is doing their best to maintain possession, set up their offense, and go. And the defense is trying to essentially knock them out of the ruck, get them out of the way, and take the ball away from them.
The ball is always live, right?
Yes, the ball is always live. So depending on a team's strategy, they may not counter ruck or fight back. They might just get out of there, kind of like you just saw there, set up defense and wait for the next opportunity. They're looking to get to this tackle a bit quicker and try to get their hands on the ball. Because if they can't get the ball out of the ruck, that'll be a penalty called not releasing. So oftentimes the defenders will be trying to make that tackle and jump over and grab that ball before they can get the ball out of there.
So are we playing the soccer lines? Is that what we're going off of for out of bounds?
Yes. Yeah, the soccer lines.
Bear River with their first offensive possession now.
Get a steal. Big move. Swinging it out to the backs. Get a pod set up with the forwards. Keep moving it to the... Oh, switch it up. So there's usually a player, he's called the scrum half. He comes into each and every ruck and he'll be there to pass the ball out. And if he carries the ball for some reason, we got a breakaway for Bear River.
Roberts.
Into space. Tackled down about just on the other side of midfield.
So we're still playing the end zone, the line to get?
Yeah, line to score a try would be the end zone. And so oftentimes, when that 9 is in, depending on the team's strategy again, they could have somebody else that comes in and passes the ball out, or they run kind of a pick and go strategy where some of their big players will come and grab the ball and pick it up and try to advance for a yard or two and go down. So rugby is a sport where, I guess if you're familiar with football, the offensive lineman can get some carries in. It's pretty fun.
Thus you have some linemen here on the team that play football.
Ooh. Looks like we'll have a knock on. So when you attempt to catch the rugby ball when it's passed to you, if for any reason you drop the ball and it goes forward, that'll be a penalty, a knock on. So they'll form a scrum where 8 men from each side will get together and essentially fight over the ball. They'll have one guy roll it in, and I guess it's a battle for possession at that point.
First scrum of the ball game.
Herriman scrum. They win the scrum. Spit the ball out, low pass. Advantage will be played, knock on.
On with a good steal. Bear River staying with. But Herriman with a steal. Whistle goes against Herriman.
Herriman forward pass. They'll scrum down from that. So in rugby, you can kick it forward, but you can't pass it forward. So they were close to one another, slightly forward pass. They'll scrum down over this one. And this, since it's an infraction on Herriman, it'll be Bear River's roll into the scrum.
Do you roll it straight in there, or can you play a little favoritism?
It depends on the ref. I played scrum half, and I'm not going to lie, I played a little bit of favoritism, put a little bit of spin on the ball, but looks like Herriman was able to steal that one. Bounced off the hooker's foot, a bad pass. Big hit, loose ball. Bear River cleans it up about 5 yards out, 5 meters out.
Bear River knocking on the door, whistles a stop play.
We have so this is a cool play that Bear River runs. They call it wall. Kind of watch what happens here. Basically, it's good luck.
Oh, I see it, I see it. There's a try here for Bear River.
Yes, sir. Yeah, they call that play, they call it wall. They have some different variations off of that. And yeah, good luck.
Turn the backs to the defenders, and they just got to guess who's got the ball.
They got to guess who's got the ball, and at the same time, they get out of there just quick enough that it avoids the obstruction call. So in rugby, you can actually have a penalty for blocking. Not like in football where you have your offensive lineman, engage and block somebody away from the ball. You cannot do that in rugby. You can't shield the person with the ball, but when you have the back to them, they don't know who necessarily has the ball, and we get that ball spat out just in time where there's not an obstruction call.
Well, this is similar to a point after, except it's worth 2, right?
Yes, so 5 points for the try and 2 points for the conversion. So we will have Jeffrey kick this ball. He's about 15 meters away from the post.
Jeffrey Allen.
That'll be 7-0.
That's 2 more on. And so unlike football, we get the ball kicked back to us, correct?
Yes, so yeah, it's kind of slightly unfair. Oftentimes you're able to recover essentially the onside kick. Similar rules apply in that regard. So oftentimes team will go for an onside kick, a high 10-meter kick, and get under the ball and catch it. But oftentimes you get that ball back, and kind of cruel. Make it, take it, I guess. Oh, kicking into space. I love the usage of that. Takes a Bear River bounce. Looks like it's going to go into the try zone and out.
Yeah, I like that strategy with everybody pulled up here for the kickoff. If you got
Yeah.
a speedy player, I mean, they could just blaze down the field.
That can work. They didn't have anybody back. That's on them. Not sure exactly what they're looking to set up here. The ball bounced into play. We should be looking at a 22-meter drop. So where the ball bounces out of the end zone, they end up going to the 22-meter mark, and they'll basically do a kickoff from there again whenever the ball goes out of the end zone. But on this one, you don't have to be 10 yards back. You can be as close as you want. Usually teams kind of set up about 5 yards away, 2 to 5 yards away.
Oh, and it can be blocked.
Yes. So Herriman has possession.
Braxton Pearson scooped it up here for Herriman.
Looks like Bear River stole that back clean. So just like we were talking about earlier in the rucks, you can battle in the ruck and take the ball away. You can't use your hands in the ruck. I'll briefly... Okay.
Whistle to stop play.
Yeah, we'll look at this. So he called the knock. It looked to me like that went backwards, but we will scrum down. So in rugby, if, like we mentioned, if you drop it forward, that's a penalty. But if you drop it and it goes backwards, there's no penalty. Live ball.
Herriman with a scrum.
Looks like an 8-man pick. Doesn't get much.
Stripe loose.
Herriman picks it back up. Clean ruck is formed. Herriman's got possession. They might be looking to... No, most teams would kick in this situation, clear their line, get it out of there, but kind of like a punt in football. Yeah, they're looking for it now. Oh, fielded clean by Brody. Makes a couple men miss. We got hands in the ruck. Nope, ball's out.
Works it back to the middle of the field. Jason Roberts flips it back.
Trying to use that weak side where there was space. Couldn't quite get away, so work it back in, use the forwards a little bit. Let those big linemen run with the ball. It's a good time.
Of course, he gets tackled, and Bear continues on with the possession.
Yeah, and it's not like football where there's a long stoppage between plays like that. So yeah, it might be a run up the middle, but they'll keep playing. Not rolling.
Whistle as the ball comes out.
Looks to me there was bridging or not rolling away. I missed what the ref. He's calling for a scrum. I missed what he called exactly. It looked to me like there was either not rolling away from the tackle or bridging in the ruck, where you're not supporting your own weight. You're kind of laying on the guys.
Oh, okay. Let's get a reset. It's a running clock, right? Nothing really stops time except maybe injured player.
Yeah, for an injury they will stop the clock, but if a player does get injured, they'll kind of play around him. There's enough guys out there that'll play around him for a little bit until the next dead ball. Then they'll make sure that they get looked at. Oftentimes, if a player is injured, though, they will send a medic out there, and they'll be kind of hanging out in the middle of the field while people play around them.
Another tackle here by Herriman.
Herriman's playing good sound defense. They're not giving up a line. They're holding their line pretty well. Big run by Gavin, the freshman. So oftentimes, it seems a little bit boring where they're smashing into the middle, kind of the way they were, running with these forwards as much as they are. What they are trying to do is they're trying to creep the rest of the team in. They're trying to get Herriman to
focus on what's happening
that,
there.
and they can spit the ball out. So now we got a penalty, not rolling away. So when you make the tackle, you got to roll away. So now it looks like we're going to kick for touch and get a line out. So one thing, when you are granted a penalty, if you kick it straight out of bounds, you will actually be able to be the one that throws the ball in. So it looks like they're going to be about 7 meters out, if I had to guess. Oftentimes you'll see a maul from teams in this situation. A maul kind of looks like a scrum, but you're kind of on your feet. In a scrum, you're only allowed to move a set amount of yards. You can't move too far. But in a maul, you can march all the way down the field as long as you're moving forward. As soon as the defense holds you and you're not advancing anymore, you kind of have a second push where you can get moving again. Ooh, ran a different play. Didn't work out for him. Herriman took that ball. Bear River takes it back. Ooh, Herriman with a pick and go. Looks like they're looking for a kick. Ball's going to bounce out of the end zone. Should be another 20.
So it'll be Bears possession at the 22. Well, the scrum.
It would, because the ball was thrown in, not kicked out of the back. So we should get a 5-meter scrum for Bear River.
Oh, that's right. It was kicked out last time.
Yeah, there's a lot of little rules. And where it was, technically it was thrown in, so they might just give them a goal line drop. So instead of being at the 22, it'll be the same thing, but they'll do it from the goal line.
Looks like that's what's going to happen.
They're going to get that into touch around the 20 meters out.
Under 20 minutes left to go here in the first half. Bear River in the lead 7-0.
Tipped ball. Knock on by Bear River. Advantage will be played to Herriman. So they'll come back to the knock on. No advantage is gained. That's one thing that they want to promote in rugby. They don't want to sit here and stop the clock all the time. Or not necessarily the clock. Stop the game. Makes things kind of boring. So if an advantage can be gained, they'll go ahead and play that out. If not, they'll come back to where the penalty occurred. You may have heard someone yell, "Watch the kick." That's accurate. Oftentimes a team would try to kick out of this situation, but they might just run a set piece.
That seems what Herriman does, swinging out to the left.
They're looking for it now. Brody's there to field that. Great catch, and a kick over the top. Hopefully that's got some back bounce to it. Nope, out of the end zone. Should be.
So now we drop the 22.
The question is, did that bounce? I didn't see if it bounced in the end zone or not. So if it doesn't bounce in the end zone, it goes straight out. It looks like they're running a scrum from the spot of the kick. Should be Herriman scrum unless there was another penalty. Yep. Tackle's made. So oftentimes they'll try to hold up a player and force a maul to be formed, and sometimes they won't be able to get the ball out, and that'll be a penalty on the attacking team. So they'll kind of hold them in the air, but if they can get their knees to the ground, the tackle's made and you have to let him go. Ooh,
Man, gets trucked.
tough running.
Herriman now over to the far side.
Big tackle made by Gavin.
An open field tackle. Nice shot. We're on the far side.
Free. Anybody's ball at that point. A high tackle. So back 10 yards for Bear River. It looks like Herriman's going to do the thing where they kick it out of bounds for a line out.
In the crowd it goes. Almost at the 15-minute mark. Bear River still in the lead. But I imagine things can change very quickly in this sport.
Yes. Yes, they can. Quick kick and it's all, the field is flipped.
So with this, you have to throw it in straight, right?
Yeah, so it needs to be down the middle so both sides have a opportunity at it. Now the advantage for you being able to throw it in is you kind of know where it's supposed to be going.
Mm-hmm.
Bats it out of there, comes away with the line out.
Herriman still with the possession. Back to the middle of the field. Sneaks through a couple tackles before he's pile driven down. Owen Olsen will stop on the far side.
Looks like they're going to attempt to carry him into touch. They did not quite get him into touch. It looked like not releasing out of the maul, so the offense couldn't present the ball to be played. So this should be a Bear River scrum. They win this one. Wind kind of taking the ball a little bit. Going into space, dips it out to Carter. Oh, almost was able to get it out wide to Liam. That could have been a score. Oh, yeah.
Loses the
Knock
ball.
on from Bear River, advantage being played. Hits the line hard. Advantage being played for a high tackle. Taken into touch, they'll go back to the high tackle penalty.
Just got to be below the shoulders.
Yes. Yes, tackles need to be below the shoulders. So they're going to kind of give them a talking to, letting them know that they got somebody that's doing that a lot. They'll talk to the captains and they'll report back to the team.
Nixon Weston and Nolan McNully is the captains here for Bear River. I didn't catch the Herriman ones.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. Or he was just kind of bringing Nolan over there, telling him about the high tackle. Nolan and Nixon. Not sure if one of them committed it. I wasn't watching. Oh, that stayed in. Bear River's able to come away with it. Oh, throws that straight into Herriman's hands.
And spinning around in a circle like that, they probably all
Oh,
like the
man,
same going around.
Get a little lost. Sometimes better just take that to the ground.
Throwing here to the right side. Good spin move.
Taken out. Could not get a.
Let's take a look at here on the scene. Our replay. So is it like a plane you just got to break like football?
No, you actually have to ground the ball to score. You have to cross the line and then physically push the ball down to the ground where you touch it down.
Okay. A true touchdown.
True touchdown, yes.
Possession still to Herriman.
Ball's out. Bear River's able to swipe that away in the ruck cleanly on a loose ball. They'll probably kick to clear their line here. Fielded by Herriman. Looking to make a pass. Gets that out.
Just in time.
Looking to talk to the captains. If this was pro rugby, we'd have the mic on the referee. We'd hear exactly what the call is, what he's saying, which would be quite nice. That's one thing I do like.
Get a few more of these. That's a possibility. I don't know. I guess I gotta abide by the youth rugby.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the league rules on that would be. Take a tap and go. Preston with a good strong run. Working that weak side. Had a numbers advantage, but couldn't quite utilize the space, and they lost the ball.
Whistle to stop play.
Offside is what we're looking at. Kind of jumped the gun a little bit there.
So is that advancing forward before the ball comes out?
Yeah, so before the ball is pulled out, he kind of crosses this line that's set at the ruck. So once he crosses that, he is deemed offsides. He has the opportunity to get back before the ball is played, but where the ball was played and he attempted to make a tackle.
Basically, your hand caught in the cookie jar.
Yeah, exactly. Herriman kicks for a touch, and they'll have a line out about 25 meters out. Ooh.
Works out in Herriman's favor.
It does work out.
Just like they drew up.
Yep. I couldn't draw it up better on a piece of paper myself. Some dummy crash lines. Good play. Kind of trying to choose a pass, get some space.
Down the line, gonna get pulled out.
Taken into touch. Couldn't quite get in. So we'll have a line out for Bear River, 5 meters away. So even though he was close to the goal line, they'll move all the penalties to about 5 meters out.
Crew with the opportunity here for Herriman to get on the board, to get pulled out.
Won by Cache Valley, but not straight. So Herriman is most likely going to elect for a scrum. Yep. So on that, they'd have the option to redo the line out with them throwing in, or just go straight to a scrum. So with what I'm seeing so far, I wouldn't be surprised if I see a pick and go from their number 8. So they'll roll it in, and that number 8, who's kind of crouching at the backside, might just pick that ball up and try to run into the try zone and score.
Under 5.5 to go here in the first half.
Looking to reset this collapse scrum. Yep, that pick and go.
I was able to stop him before reaching with a tackle.
Gets it into some space. About 5 meters out. Working the far side. Ball skips off the ground.
Herriman knocking on the door. Pearson tries to drive it in.
He's across the line, but can he get it down? Held up. He was not able to get that ball to the ground, so it'll be a 5 meter scrum.
Good fight here between both teams.
Oh, they've taken the elected to take a goal line drop off of this. Sir is pausing the clock at somewhere around the 3:20 mark.
Herriman does have a player coming off, so maybe due to injury.
Yeah, it looks like a bloody nose. Had my fair share of those.
I was going to say, I imagine that happened quite a bit.
Yeah, so he'll go ahead and get that cleaned up and most likely get back out there.
TJ Tuia checks in here for Herriman.
That rolls out of bounds somewhere around the 22 meter mark.
Time kind of winding down here in the first half.
That's slightly similar to soccer. Just because the clock hits 0 doesn't mean the half is completely over. They will play till the next dead ball. So Bear River does have time to get a stop here, maybe steal this line out and get on the attack. Loose ball. Oh, big hit. Ball bounces free.
It's going to be your high tackle.
Look to me like a knock-on on
Oh.
both sides. It was awful close, but it looked like he came kind of from underneath and hit the ball out and got his arm kind of stuck under his armpit, so it didn't quite get to his
I
neck.
gotcha.
I usually could be wrong on that, but that's what it looked like to me. So there was a knock-on Herriman first, and so they were playing advantage off of that. And then Bear River knocked it on, so no advantage gained. So Bear River will have the scrum. They're able to win this one. Nice run on the outside. Picking up plenty of ground. It's about 25 yards away. Work this wide again. Drop the ball. Advantage will be played to Herriman. Tries to get him with the dummy pass. Didn't quite work for him. Penalty on Bear River. Need to get back 10. So they're going to kick for touch just before half expires. Couldn't quite get it out of bounds. So that's a live ball.
Owen Olsen bringing it back. He'll get stood up.
Lost that ball in there to Herriman. So the next dead ball that's not a penalty will go into half from here.
Herriman almost in midfield.
They're marching their way back. They want to have a chance at evening this score before halftime. Ball's free. Anybody can pick it up. Bear River comes away with it. Looks like Bear River wants to score too. There goes Nixon on the move.
Turns on the
He is
Jets.
he's gonna get there. That is a score with no time left in the half. Scoring on the final play. What? Gotta love it.
Here is your CNR replay. Again, as soon as he breaks through that one last defender, on his off to the races, gets tripped up.
So in rugby, you actually have the option to where he was in open space. He made a brilliant move to reach for the try line there. So oftentimes when you're tackled, you have the opportunity to turn and present in that ruck. You have one motion with the ball. So you oftentimes want to give it back to your team so you can maintain possession. Now you can advance the ball forward with that one reach, and he chose to do so and dot the ball down and score.
Allen again for the kick. And so at halftime, your score 14-0 in favor of Bear River and Cash. I guess can't call them just Bear River because there's multiple people being pulled into this to create a team.
Yeah, they ended up having to pull a few different teams together. There's a Cache Valley team and a Bear River team, usually. And ever since COVID, it seems like they just weren't quite able to kind of have the young guys coming up. Not quite enough freshmen and sophomores to go recruit their friends by their senior year. That's kind of seems how that happens. You end up with, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 early on young guys, and then they end up recruiting a lot of their friends by their senior year. So then they're able to field the team.
Well, a fun first half. We'll have the second one for you after we thank some of our sponsors and be right back.
Bear River Animal Hospital takes care of small and large animals, providing pediatric care all the way up to senior pets. They deliver high-quality, customized vet services with their dedicated team. Services include exams, vaccinations, surgeries, dentistry, fully equipped laboratory and pharmacy, along with x-ray and ultrasound. Many of these same services can be conveniently provided on the farm. Bear River Animal Hospital is filled with highly trained animal lovers who will provide the best care for the animals in your life.
Cache Valley Bank is dedicated to fostering local businesses, aiding financial growth, and building strong relationships. From personal to business banking, we are committed to helping you reach your financial goals. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await.
Find your next career at West Liberty Foods. Visit careers.wlfoods.com.
The grill has a wide variety of homemade appetizers. Can't decide what to get? Then build an appetizer combo. No matter what you're craving, the grill has something for everyone. For all your project needs, shop at Greer's Hardware, happily serving the community since 1976. Let Trudy Hatch and Shannon Johnson help you get into the home of your dreams. They're your local experts for all your mortgage needs. Give them a call today. Miller Medical is ready to care for clients with full services for family medical. They also offer beauty and spa health treatments with hot stone and IV vitamin therapies, as well as Botox. Let Miller Medical take care of all your healthcare needs.
If you are in need of financial assistance, call Dusty Roach at Lincoln Financial. He and his friendly staff have the expertise you'll need.
Let GBI help you get your project completed on time and on budget. If you're looking for work, join GBI's team for a great work environment, competitive pay, and benefits.
Kent's is your one-stop shop for fresh produce, bakery items, deli, and meat. Stop by today for fast, friendly service.
Whether you are buying or selling, you need to know you have someone in your corner who can help you get through that process. The realtors at Coldwell Banker are there to help you get into your home, whether it's a starter or your forever. JC's Country Diner is under new local management, but has the same great country charm so you can savor the flavor. Tanglewood Studios has something for everyone, whether it's dance, cheer, color guard, or gymnastics. There's even recreational all-boys gymnastics along with Mamma Me classes. Family rates are available, so come join the fun.
At Cache Valley Bank, we value our heritage and the history we've built within our communities. With over 45 years of experience behind us, we are confident in our ability to equip our customers with the necessary tools and expertise to navigate their financial journey. Whether you are ready to expand your existing business, embark on a new business venture, or are seeking better personal banking, let us help you reach new heights. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await.
Central Milling is personally invested in the quality of their products and their relationships with customers and suppliers. They are also a proud supporter of high school sports. Reserve a lane at the Bear River Bowling Center today. Cosmic Bowling is on Fridays and Saturdays, Mondays are family nights, and then it's $3 Tuesday. Ask about their birthday packages and order your favorite foods from the grill. Meet the dedicated veterinarians at Bear River Animal Hospital. Whether you have small or large animals, they can provide high-quality, customized vet services, including exams, vaccinations, surgery, dentistry, x-rays, and ultrasound. Make an appointment at 435-257-7455.
Lincoln Financial specializes in estate, investment, and retirement planning, as well as business benefits. At Lincoln, they are totally impartial, comb through different options to create financial products a person needs. Lincoln Financial, big city service, small town care.
Coldwell Banker has a team of dedicated professionals who handle the complex process and make sure things run smoothly. Save time and money with Coldwell Banker.
The culture at West Liberty Foods, it really is doing the right thing, even when people aren't watching you.
Our principles are set based on a farmer mentality, and that's hardworking, that's community-based, and being good stewards of the land. It's being loyal to your team, it's taking care of your team.
I think as an organization, that's another thing that makes West Liberty Foods really successful, is that commitment to others.
Find your next career at West Liberty Foods. Visit careers.wlfoods.com.
Welcome back here to Bear River High School, getting ready for the second half of the rugby game here between Bear River and Cache against Herriman B team. Bear River with the lead 14-0. And similar to football, we receive first, so we will kick now.
Yep. So we'll get things going. Referee's making sure everybody's out there, everybody's in the place that they want to be. Getting his clock ready to go. Game on. Deep kick by Bear River. Hauled in. Herriman moves it up to about the 35. Low pass from the scrum half, caught well by Herriman. Oh, that looked... Trying to see who was a little bit slow to get up for Herriman. Can't quite make out his number from here. He's up and going now.
Ooh, down the line.
Brody makes a great open field tackle.
Bradley Hayer streaks on the field, gets it on the opposite side of the field here for Herriman.
Ball's free. I missed if there was a offside call, looked like. So Bear River was able to scoop that ball away for a brief moment, and then Herriman got back on it, but when they got back on it, they were offside.
Again, if you're just joining us, Bear River traveling left to right. They got the red sleeves, black jerseys.
And Herriman's wearing the striped red and navy bumblebee.
Kind of a classic attire, right?
Yeah, it is. It's been around for a while. There's an attempt to enter from the side from Herriman, but looks like he got out of the way quick enough. No penalty. So when the 9's in, they actually run this play. And when they say 9 in rugby, your position is oftentimes based on your number. And so 9 is oftentimes the guy that runs up and passes that ball out of there. So if he's in or has gotten tackled, they'll usually just kind of come up and do kind of a pick and go. As I mentioned before, it's like a knock on. We got a dead ball, so we'll go attend to the injured player. Trying to make out a number from here. It kind of looks like Nolan. Or no, Nixon. Don't listen to me, I can't tell from here.
Nixon Weston.
Yeah, looks like Nixon. Jake's eager to get back out there. He wanted to make a move to get back on the field. Got a head injury a few weeks ago, so they're trying to give him plenty of time to recover. They maybe want to work him in for a few minutes here. He's feeling a little bit better, but not a little bit better. He's feeling a lot better. But they always want to be cautious.
Cautious, yeah.
Head injury. So it looks like they had. Was it Jaden that trotted out there? Looks like it's
It
me.
looked like he had DeCourcy.
Yep. He's coming off a knee injury. He was going to try to work in for a couple minutes. He just got cleared to play off of a torn ACL from a while ago. So they wanted to work him in for a few minutes, and I guess injury to another player kind of forces him in. Loose ball. Jeffy's there to pick that up, and he is going right down the middle, waving him goodbye. Easy score.
Another try here for Bear River. Jeffrey Allen sees a wide open space and an empty ball bouncing down the field.
The ref might talk to him a little bit about giving that wave. But
extends the lead 19-0. Kick pending.
Going to track the ball down. Looks like Herriman will try to block this one. So that's one thing. When the kicker starts his approach to the ball, they're allowed to kind of jump off the goal line or the try line and try to come block the kick from under the posts. Oftentimes I don't necessarily like to run that strategy. I like to attempt to block kicks when I was playing, but I realize now I'd rather take that time to gather up under the posts and talk to my team, figure out what went wrong, why did they score. Let's get that straightened out, do a little bit of on-field coaching as players, listen up to your captain instead of worrying about blocking a kick that you're probably not going to block.
So you're an assistant coach. You is there any, like right now on the team, are you like over a certain group?
So right now I help mostly with the back line, trying to make sure things are running smooth there. So anyone wearing the number 9 through 15 on the starters is mostly who I work with. Those would be kind of your designated back players.
Gotcha.
Usually they're a little bit smaller, a little bit quicker, more elusive, not quite as much power. And your 1 through 8, they're going to be holding a lot of power. Then obviously your reserves are going to be 16 through 25, and they can kind of mix in wherever at that point.
River trying to work it back. Whistle.
Trying to see what he's running over to. What he's looking to mark here. Look like a high tackle based on the signal I saw. Nope, maybe offsides. River's going to take a kick for touch. They're looking for a line out. They get that into touch, which I'd rather have. There was early in the season in the first 3 games, they were trying to get a lot more distance, trying to bite off a little bit more than they should chew.
Getting a little greedy.
Yeah, ball stayed in a couple times on them, and they weren't quite ready for it. Didn't work out to their favor. We had a little bit of a talking to about that, making sure the ball gets into touch and we can set up the line out. I'd rather get 10 yards instead of 25 and lose it.
Mm-hmm. Herriman's good at that.
Great job at swiping these away. They don't necessarily even catch their own lineouts. They knock them all back, really. We got a line break for Herriman. Great chase down tackle by number 12, Jace Roberts. Oh, if you're Herriman, you realize you picked the wrong way. They had numbers on that other side. Had numbers and momentum. Probably could have been a score there.
Herriman's still trying to push forward.
We're swinging out to that side now. Jace there for another tackle, trying to roll away. Going to the weak side again. Nobody there, but they take him, drag him into touch. He's out of bounds.
Body is part of the ball.
Yes, body is part of the ball. So oftentimes somebody will go down and you'll kind of grab and drag and try to get him out of bounds. I definitely wasn't the biggest player out there, so it happened to me a couple times. I had to go to present the ball, and next thing I know, I got 2 people just dragging me away. Kind of a sad feeling.
Bradley Hire was the Herriman player running down the sideline. Had a good break and another tackle.
Another line out stolen by Herriman. Got a knock on for Bear River, so it'll be a Herriman scrum. Looks like that knock on happened at the top of the line out when they were both reaching for the ball. Herriman's going to win this. Swinging the ball out. About 10 meters out. Free ball. Ball's out. Anybody can pick this up if they're paying attention. Ref signal the ball is out. Ball is free. And Bear River comes away with it. Great work. Working the kind of a hammer drill play. They'll get a kick set up here. Clear their line. Great kick to space. Great bounce. It's a little bit dangerous when you're back there trying to field that ball.
With your back turned to everybody coming at you.
Back turned to everybody. You don't want to drop it, but at the same time, it's a It's a oval ball. You don't know what it's gonna do when it hits the ground. So you don't want a penalty for dropping it, but you don't want it to get too far away from you.
Herriman bringing it back now. About midfield.
Ooh.
Loose ball. Herriman able to clean it up though.
We got the knock on called, so they were able to pick up their drop ball. No advantage. We'll shout out to Marcus, number 22. He's a fighter down there. He's a scrappy little guy. Love to see it. They call him Mighty Mouse. So this front row is not holding together too well today. There's been a lot of collapsing scrums. Not exactly sure whose fault that is. Ref's taking some time. He might try to talk to these players, so he's pausing the clock here. Yeah, he's doing some coaching.
Educational timeout.
There we go. That one held together a little bit better. A wheeling scrum. Ball's free. Nolan finds a little bit of space, kicks it out to Jace. Oh, a lot of space on the outside. Brody gets it out to Liam. About 15 meters out. Take this to the ground, buddy. Last time he was going in circles, he wanted to throw that ball up. Been there, done that. Don't really know which way is even up at that point. Herriman attempts to intercept that pass. It'll be a knock on. In high school, they're not going to give him too harsh of a penalty, but oftentimes in the pros, if you go to intercept that pass there and you intentionally reach out for that ball and they call it an intentional knock on, you can get a yellow card for that and you play a man down for about 10 minutes.
Oh.
It's a small thing, but it can be a big game changer whether you make or miss that play. You make that catch and there's nobody there to catch you, that's a score for you guys, but if you miss it, there's a good chance there's a penalty on you. What's fun in rugby, obviously we don't hope to see yellow cards or anything like that, but they do have essentially the penalty box.
Jason Roberts trying to break free. Gets within 5.
I'm looking here, I'm working that. They should be working that. Yep. Looks like Nolan's going to get across. He gets the ball down for another score. Great work from Bear River.
Mullen McNulty scores a try here for Bear River. Now it's a score 26-0. Came out on injury, comes right back in. Get some points on the board. Jeffrey Allen now for the kick.
It's going to be wide left.
That wind doesn't help either.
No, it doesn't. One thing that is fun, oftentimes you go to a big rugby game outside of the United States and everybody gets quiet, kind of like a free throw shooter in basketball, lets them focus and kick, home or away. But in America, if the opposing team is kicking, they end up making a lot of noise.
So it's only the first missed kick here this morning.
Yeah, doing a great job with kicks. Conversions aren't necessarily the easiest thing, that's for sure. Herriman signaling number 1, so whatever that means for this kick means that.
Takes it over to the far side. Fill it out here by Bear River.
Kick to clear the line. Great kick into space. Bounces back a little bit. Jeffy there to put pressure on him.
Hardhead puts him to the ground.
Who's down now? Looks like Marcus is slow to get up. Number 2. Sometimes rucks can be a little bit nasty. You never know when someone's gonna reach in there and get an ankle twisted, something stepped on.
Little scrum on the far side.
Looks like Bear River's going to win this scrum. They're going to kick it out. Try to run a set piece off of this. Just basic hands is what they call that. Just kind of right down the line. No loops or crosses or anything crazy. Give Brody the ball. Just take that in. 9 in. Just like that on the far side of the field, you got somebody cramping and a player trying to help him stretch out.
I don't think the ref's too aware.
Yeah, he hasn't seen back behind him. Somebody just pointed it out to him. Oh. Looks like Gavin kind of his ankle rolled up on. Nothing a little bit of grit and tape can't fix.
Quick scrum that time.
Yeah, they got that out quick. Into space. Good tackle by Jay, so they spit the ball out. Offload from Herriman. Trying to start a maul. He flips it back into play. Doesn't quite get taken into touch. Another maul looks like it's formed because he can't get to the ground. Oh, made it. So it looks like they're kind of running something similar. Kind of get that guy that passes the ball freed out. Got involved in a tackle. Ooh. Was away making that catch. Had a lot of potential there. Mighty Mouse couldn't quite get his hands on it quick enough. Ruck's cleared. Some more hard running from Herriman. Some of these runs that Herriman's getting is just a little bit of attrition, getting a little tired out there. Slowly start to lose the pillars of your defense. Usually try to set up a certain way. Get a little tired by the end of the day. Herriman's doing a great job at running strong. There's a lot of space that side. They're going to use it. Going to take him into touch though. What a play from Bear River. That could have gone south quick. Had a 4-on-2 opportunity and they were able to get him out of bounds. Ref taking a timeout again.
Wind picks up a little bit more.
Yeah, wind picked up, and I guess we got a lot of subs coming on. We got, well, it's hard to call them all. That was a lot of movement. Kind of cleared the bench on that one.
Fresh set of legs out there, right?
That's a good move. As mentioned, it seemed like there was a lot of people getting tired out there.
And we're trying to push forward. Tackle up here by Roberts. Loose ball. Bear River comes up with it.
And that's taken into touch. Not sure who had possession last on that one. Have everybody look at each other and shrug their shoulders. Looks like it'll be Herriman ball. So we got Jeffy Allen, who was playing number 9. He's been moved, not sure exactly to where, because number 20, Jace Harris, is checked in at 9. So they might have just bumped him out to the wing and pulled Liam, number 11, off. And number 4, Sam, came off. I think that is when, let's see, I think number 17, Jaden, checked in for him. Trying to sort some of these out here. Number 15, Brody, came off the pitch. He was holding it down back there, playing some great defense, made some very key stops. Made some great catches on the, what they call on the full, when the ball's in the air.
Good move, bouncing it back inside here by Caden Patterson.
So yeah, Riker, number 21, is who checked in for number 15.
Another steal here for Bear River. In space.
Tyson gets a breakaway. He's able to run through, not quite run through one defender. Thought he was going to get away. Gavin gets some pick and go action. There's Mighty Mouse in there fighting with he doesn't care who.
Herriman likes to take it away.
Looks like Gavin might be coming out, tweak that ankle again. Ooh.
Well, look at that one, and so before the ball's freed out.
I kind of looked away from what was being showed for a brief second, but it was kind of a cool moment. You had some of the Herriman players kind of coming over, checking on Gavin, trying to help him stretch out before they could get a trainer or a coach out there to help him. That is one thing. You might want to knock each other's socks off for a minute, but at the end of the day, you realize you're all good friends. Looks like Jake will check in for him. Help Gavin off. Give him some time to hopefully get feeling better.
Big kick and a touch.
So Herriman will have a line out here. Herriman's able to win this line out, keep possession, working the ball out. Ball's loose a little bit. Bear River's there to make a tackle. Don't quite want to let him get away. Ref blows it dead. Got a knock on. So we'll scrum down from here.
River comes out with it, quickly tackled though.
Not necessarily an attempt to wrap there, kind of threw him to the ground, but looks like the ref's going to let him play. Got a clearance kick, fly half, great catch, great tackle made. Good run by Preston here. Ooh, there'll be a knock on from Bear River. So Herriman will be playing with advantage for a moment.
And we'll take care of that right now.
So right there, the ball was out. Anybody could play that. So Bear River did a great job jumping on that. Great play there. But they have to go back to the knock-on penalty. Otherwise, that could have been a house call there.
Oh yeah. A lot of green grass in front of them.
Oh yeah. Ball came out the side of the scrum. If it goes straight through the tunnel, they'll reset it. But where it went back a little bit, kind of out on that second layer of players, that's a live ball. Great steal from Bear River. Ball's out again. And Herriman's going to come away with this one.
Back and forth on the far side.
Great tackle from number 14, Owen Olson. Good work from Bear River's fullback, recognizing that the ball was lost and working back for a kicking opportunity here. Oh, a short kick. Mighty Mouse is going to have this one. He's going to want to fight for it, that's for sure. So, where he got tackled and hit the ground, he needed to release the ball before he could get back up and go. So oftentimes you can be tackled. As long as you let go of the ball, reestablish yourself on your feet, you can pick that ball up and keep going. But he didn't quite let that one go, so that is Herriman penalty. They kick for touch, and they will have the ball about 10 meters short of midfield.
Jaden with the throw here for Herriman.
A great steal by Bear River. They kind of got sick and tired of
I was going to say that might
taking
be
their lunch. They wanted to take some back.
That might be the first one the Bears have had.
I think that's a lot of learning from Tyson as well. He hasn't had too many people swiping at him so far this season. He's first year guy, learning a lot. So I think he realized, like, hey, maybe I can do some of that too. Yeah, there you go. Bats that down. He's taken into touch. About 5 minutes left in this match. We'll have a Bear River line out. Yeah, they called tried to change it up a little bit. The intent was to throw it to the back. That way they didn't have a jumper overthrown and kind of got away. We had a not releasing penalty. We're going to have a tap and go here. Get that to the forwards, spin it out a little bit. Love to see that work. Some big, strong running from number 6, Braden. The scrum half, number 20, digging the ball out. Gives that to Nolan. Obstruction. So kind of using your own players as a shield, as we talked about early on in the game.
Herriman with the kick to into touch, gets it on the other half of the field. Time not on Herriman's side.
No, it is not. About 3 minutes left in this match. I think they're going to want to try to get on the board, though. It's no fun to go home with a 0 on the board. Loose ball, a lot of dropping the ball from everybody. Looks like the first knock on was on Bear River, so we'll have a Herriman scrum.
So come playoff time, is it still in divisions?
When they break for the playoffs, yes, so they'll play within their division. They'll seed out a tournament within that division, let them play. Which I think is an absolutely great opportunity. Like, we had obviously opportunities when I was playing, and you walk down there and you get walking into a little bit bigger of a school and you're in trouble. That's what it seemed like. We were walking out there with a bunch of skinny white boys and it didn't end well. I was usually pretty determined by the end of the game, and I didn't want to end with a 0, so I'd sometimes have to take matters into my own hands to at least score once, so that way we lose 67-7 and not to 0.
Herriman trying to keep it working forward with the Talon.
This Bear River Cash team, they have a lot of athletes on this team. They play pretty good ball. It looks like Herriman's going to get a score before this thing is finished. He's going to try to get to the middle there to score, because they'll kick the conversion from where he scores. So they'll go straight out from that scoring location. And so you kind of see him loop around in the end zone there, looping towards the middle. That should set up for an easier kick instead of having to kick from, say, the sideline where he kind of walked in at.
Yeah.
It's a tough angle. But straight on, much more feasible kick at that point.
Asher Coleman takes the shutout away.
Looking at the clock here, they might just take some time. Wynn's kind of bullying the ball a little bit, trying to set it up on the tee.
Blowing in the favor, though, instead of against it.
Looks like a low line drive kick. No good, though.
It's just off to the side.
26-5. They might just let them reset for one final play. With just some stoppage time that the ref had, he'll probably go ahead and allow kickoff and then next dead ball.
Looks like they added 1 minute.
In the end, when it comes down to the end, the time on the ref's watch, the wristwatch is what matters. So I guess he'll get to make that final call on when the dead ball happens and the game is over. So yeah, they're kind of setting up that pounding play again. Looking to swing it out. Got a little bit of space to work with. Juggling on the catch. Just leave that ruck alone. Number 3 for Herriman is a very strong runner named Sam. Jake goes in, and number 16 Jake goes in and makes a tackle, takes a shoulder to the chest. Looks like he was able to kind of lay a big hit on number 25 for Herriman. He's slow to get up, but they're picking each other up off the pitch here. That'll do it.
Well, if you want to hang out, we will talk with coach and a couple players after they shake hands. A little bit more for you here at Bear River High School. We'll be right back.
Great Basin Industrial has been building America with epic safety and quality since 2007, specializing in steel fabrication, machining, and paint. GBI engineers, ships, installs, and repairs a wide range of products. They design and build all steel and alloy work according to the highest industry standards. Let GBI help you get your project completed on time and on budget. If you're looking for work, join GBI's team for a great work environment, competitive pay, and benefits.
The culture at West Liberty Foods, it really is doing the right thing, even when people aren't watching you.
And our principles are set based on a farmer mentality, and that's hardworking, that's community-based, and being good stewards of the land. It's being loyal to your team, it's taking care of your team.
I think as an organization, that's another thing that makes West Liberty Foods really successful, is that commitment to others.
Find your next career at West Liberty Foods. Visit careers.wlfoods.com.
Great Basin Industrial has been building America with epic safety and quality since 2007, specializing in steel fabrication, machining, and paint. GBI engineers, ships, installs, and repairs a wide range of products. They design and build all steel and alloy work according to the highest industry standards. Let GBI help you get your project completed on time and on budget. If you're looking for work, join GBI's team for a great work environment, competitive pay, and benefits. Coldwell Banker has a team of dedicated professionals who handle the complex process and make sure things run smoothly. Save time and money with Coldwell Banker.
Lincoln Financial specializes in estate, investment, and retirement planning, as well as business benefits. At Lincoln, they are totally impartial, comb through different options to create financial products that a person needs. Lincoln Financial, big city service, small town care.
Meet the dedicated veterinarians at Bear River Animal Hospital. Whether you have small or large animals, they can provide high-quality, customized vet services, including exams, vaccinations, surgery, dentistry, x-rays, and ultrasound. Make an appointment at 435-257-7455. Reserve a lane at the Bear River Bowling Center today. Cosmic Bowling is on Fridays and Saturdays, Mondays are family nights, and then it's $3 Tuesday. Ask about their birthday packages and order your favorite foods from the grill.
Welcome back here to Bear River High School. Again, Bear River and Cash team getting the win 26-5 over the Herriman B team here in Rugby. We'll take it down here onto the field here momentarily with Coach Crawford. Talk about the win, maybe get some awards away. It's brought to you by Chanshare Sod Farms. Chatting with the coach. as we take it down onto the field with the coach. Take it away.
All right, Coach, a big win for you guys today. A strong Herriman team. Did you expect it to be a little closer?
Yeah, I did. We beat them last year 42-7, so I don't. You never know what you're going to have because both teams, I'm sure, are completely different. But yeah, I thought it was a close game. We just happened to get more scores. So.
And I think a lot of that was your great defensive stops. They had opportunities to score, but you guys did good to stop them and then turn that around. What were the things you were happy to see today?
I think the biggest thing was our defense. They probably had the ball 75% of the whole first half, and we held them to 0 points. And we had 2 or 3 goal line stands right at the end of the half that really kind of swung the momentum into the second half for us. So I'm really proud of our defense today. Yeah.
What were some of the things you feel you guys need to improve for your next match?
We did a very poor job today of spreading the field. We were getting overlapped on the edges. Our fullback was coming up to close that off pretty well, but I didn't feel like we were spreading the field too well. Our offense was kind of held in check by them, but I think that's a credit to their players and their team and their defense.
And so who do you guys have coming up next? What can we expect there? And kind of as the season comes to a close, how can we expect things to finish up?
Well, we have scheduled Riverton B. So these teams have 2 varsities, right? So being in a Division 4 and the only school from northern Utah, or the only team, we play Riverton B and then American Fork B, and then it's playoffs. And I really am expecting us to go all the way undefeated. If we play our game and play the way we're supposed to, and with the talent that we have, we should finish the season undefeated.
Coach Harris mentioned that you guys have 7 kids out of 22 that have actually played rugby before this. Just tell us a little bit about some of your key players and how they've evolved to know the game better.
Well, rugby's an easy game to learn well enough to play. Our kids still need to increase their rugby IQ, but yeah, our kids that have played, Jeffy is just amazing on the field. Nolan does a good job. He's played, but we've got guys that are contributing that have never played. Tyson is a beast. Owen and Jason on our back line. We've got some young kids at prop. Gavin's a freshman. So we've got new kids, and we just have done really well, I think, to teach them good fundamentals, and they do that in the game.
Well, thanks and congrats, Coach.
Thanks. Thank you.
Back to you guys. I'll get some players too.
All right, she goes and grabs some of them. We'll see what's up next. We'll start off the week with softball. That'll be on Tuesday. They'll be home against Ridgeline. That'll be game 2 of the matchup between the Riverhawks. We'll have that one for your first pitch is at 3:30 again on Tuesday. And then we'll have game 2 of the 3-game series for baseball. It'll be here against Skyview, again the game 2. We finish off the week next week for boys lacrosse. They'll head over to Skyview. We'll finish off the week next week. We have a full schedule on our website, brlivestream.com. Let's hit the schedule tab, and looks like Jessica's about ready here onto the field. Got a couple players. We'll do a defensive player of the game. We'll do an offensive player of the game. We'll give a couple awards away here in this one. So we take it right back down onto the field here with Jessica. Go ahead and take it away.
All right, so Nixon, a really strong play from you today. Time expires, but according to rugby rules, you get to keep going till there's an end to that. Tell me kind of what's going through your head as you get that breakaway and end with a try.
Kind of what's going through my head is I just got to move, but clock's still going, got to make a play. There's always time to make a play if the clock's still going, so just kind of doing what I can.
And so how long have you been playing rugby? What's kind of your favorite parts of the sport?
This is my second year, And probably my favorite part is the physicality and also the brotherhood. This game has an insane like brotherhood bondage. It's just like the guys you're playing with are your best friends, and it's just super great playing with them. It's awesome.
And so what can we expect from Bear River and Cash, because it's a club team? What can we expect from you guys as the season progresses?
Hopefully wins. We got a really special team here. We got a lot of talent, a lot of athletes, and we should be expecting more wins and hopefully get that state title. So,
well, congrats. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, boys, so we're going to talk to both of you today. We usually do a grill player of the game for the sports we cover. We're going to do an offensive, defensive player today and have you guys kind of share that title. Let's just talk about the defense first. You guys held them 26-5. That score could be much different if there weren't some key things that you were able to do. Tell me what was going through your head on those defensive stops.
Yeah, I was just trying to make a play for my team, just keep the guys in front of us and allow us to set rucks and get the ball back.
And tell us how long you've been playing. What's kind of your favorite part of rugby? And I mean, you've played football, basketball, things like that. How does it compare to the other sports you do?
This is like my fourth. And it's fun. I love it. A little bit more physical than football, I'd say, as far as you keep going and keep hitting, but it's just a fun sport to play.
Well, thanks and congrats, and that's for you. All right, and then Alan, let's just kind of talk about the offensive side.
Yeah.
You were 3 for 4 on the conversions. Is that what they're called?
Yep.
So tell me just kind of what's going through your head on that and how you're able to make sure you get those.
I don't know. I've been doing it for 3 years now. I just kind of relax and go with the flow, I guess. Just make sure I do everything the same way, and then it works out.
And then you had that really nice breakaway. Tell me just what's kind of going through your head as you saw that evolving and knew you had the opportunity for a try.
As I've been playing, I just look for things that I can just have a little fun. So that's what that was. Just I can see if I can get a breakaway and kick it and see what happens.
And then what can we expect from you guys headed forward as the season's about to wrap up?
We're gonna do our best to win the championship. We're gonna take that home. We didn't succeed last year, and we're gonna do it this year. That's the hope. And with the brothers we have, this team, I think we can do it.
Well, good luck, and that's for you. Thanks. Back to you guys.
All right, again, thanks to Chinshire Sod Farms and the Grill. Have a little post game here for the rugby game. Again, your final in this one: Bear River Cash 26 against Herriman B 5. That'll wrap us up here for this week. You can catch all the highlights on Talk of the Town next Tuesday, along with some more community events going on. And as for us here, we'd like to thank again to Coach Harris for hopping on and educating us on the sport of rugby. Again, good luck to both of these teams as their season continues on. Bear River still undefeated, giving Herriman B their first loss of the season. And just their playoffs just up around the corner as well as all these spring sports start winding down in a few weeks. But again, good luck the rest of the way out. And your final on this one, Bear River Cash 26, Herriman 5. And you've been watching it on Bear River Live.